Hey, what's going on, guys? Rony Boney here. Thank you for stopping by. So, in the pursuit of my goal in 2021 on YouTube to become a more intermediate member of this community, neither someone preaching positivity nor someone fueling the negativity train, I have to voice my concerns regarding MCC in an objective manner. There are some features missing from MCC that, from a player base and gamer satisfaction standpoint, don't make sense. Before I begin today's topic, the responses to my last video on force positivity were great. I appreciate the support. I would again like to encourage everyone interacting with this video essay to be logical and not entirely emotional when considering your overall opinion. Weigh up what you want to happen versus what is likely to happen versus what you can do to influence the future. You can like or dislike 343 to greater or lesser degrees, but be prepared to digress where you can if people bring up good points. That's all I ask. Don't praise, but don't overly bash. Things are happening right now for Halo, so I believe with some grace and some well-reasoned and well-argued points that we can achieve our strategic goals for MCC as a community. So I'm going to launch straight into a topic that's close to my heart, the playlists in MCC being lacking. There are some that are blatantly missing, and I'm lost in finding any sort of explanation as to why they would be omitted. You guys know what I'm talking about. I know you're waiting for this list. So ranked free-for-all is my main one, Lone Wolves. Something that defined me as a gamer was getting my first 45 in Lone Wolves, or free-for-all, in Halo 3. If anyone out there ended up getting a 50 in Halo 3 Lone Wolves, or a 50 in Halo 2's FFA or Rumble Pit, then you truly understand what I'm about to say here, but playing Halo FFA ranked made me a better all-around gamer. It teaches you how to rely on yourself. It makes you learn spawns, the maps, weapons, tactics. Could go on, but it's pretty clear to me that the implementation of a ranked free-for-all playlist has pretty much zero negatives. Right now, there are very few ranked playlists in MCC. As an aside, Halo 2 is missing a 4v4 playlist entirely, which doesn't seem fair to the fans of Halo's most impactful title in the multiplayer sense of things. Halo 2 made online gaming catapult into a new era. MLG grew as a result of Halo 2 ranked. It needs to come back for those fans. It really truly is not fair to omit this from a legacy collection. But back to free-for-all, guys. Halo 3 FFA was amazing, and as Golden Boy says here, it just hits differently. Now, he's referring to FFA in general, but it really does hit differently. It's sweaty, the stakes are higher, and the rage and the triumph that you have far outweighs any other playlist. As an aside, and to inject some realism here, it is fair to say, by the way, that 343 cannot implement every single playlist. I suppose the customs browser, which is on the way, needs to make up for the lack of diverse playlists in the collection. But I believe that omitting ranked FFA for any Halo title in the collection is a mistake. I know it would draw players in. People would play ranked a lot more. 343 could actually test the ELO system out to an even greater degree should people come back in droves to play FFA, because they're just relying on themselves. They don't have to rely on teammates. I believe lots more people would go into ranked because of FFA. You know, a lot of people stay away from Halo's ranked modes recently, and I think it could be boiled down to two things. Either you come up against inadequately weighed skill-based matchmaking, so one player is godly on your team and the others are, well, not. Or you match a 4-stack of players due to low player numbers, get absolutely destroyed. Halo's one of those games where you have a sixth sense that the other team all know each other and are communicating, which makes the addition of ranked FFA make even more sense to me. That FFA would be you against the world. Doesn't matter if someone's a beast, because someone else might just come up behind them and backsmack them, and you might run away for the win, or they might run away with the win. It's an easier arena to improve your individual skill and have a lot more hectic mayhem Halo fun. It's far more rewarding in my opinion than 4v4 or 2v2 matchmaking. You either win or you lose, nobody to blame but yourself. Just make sure you buy a replacement controller, because when I was 16 playing Halo 3 Lone Wolves, ended up with a controller going out the window more than once. I'm just going to use the excuse of puberty, hormones, all that stuff. You know, it was their fault. I tell you, it was the testosterone. Next up, and I know people are going to agree with me on this, Invasion. Invasion only has a ranked playlist. That's weird. Additionally, wins in Invasion ranked may or may not occur. And draws in Invasion happen far too frequently, and you don't rank up for a draw. So should it stay ranked? No, I don't think so at all. If Invasion were to make it to a social playlist and have the community made maps and modes added to it from vanilla Halo Reach, I'd argue it would be the most popular playlist in MCC. Well, okay, maybe Big Team Battle would be, but hell, it'd be a close second, right? Invasion is not meant to be sweaty. It's Dinos versus Spartans. It's meant to be a bit of harmless fun. Adding it to a ranked playlist and having a rotation of just 4 maps, for me, kills the fun after a few games. Don't get me wrong, I think it's honestly my favourite Halo playlist for Big Team Battles, but it feels too heavily restricted currently in the MCC. Again, the customs browser will alleviate these issues, but this begs the question again, when will the browser make its way to MCC? It's a legitimate question. Team Objective Ranked. Here's the next one. Guys, if I told you that this playlist was one of, if not the hardest in Halo 3, would most of you believe or agree with me? This was Sweat City. You had to be a team of strategists and beasts on the sticks. I got to level 40 back in the Halo 3 days in this playlist. I felt like a god for even getting there. I had 50s in other playlists, but a 40 in Team Objective, or a 45 in Ranked Big Team Battle, by the way, whew, far superior to me than a 50 in Dubs or Slayer. This playlist was really fun. Currently, playing Social Objective is a toss-up. You may have a great game, or you may totally roll the other team. Higher level players deserve the option to play against teams that will provide them an adequate, even challenge. Lastly, and I've spoken at length with Weapons Grade about this in Halo Talk 6, The Fire Rises, the link is in the description below, but multi-team. Both Halo 3 and Halo Reaches should make its way to MCC. Halo 3 was 2v2v2v2, Reach was 3v3v3v3. Both are unique and both are such tremendous fun to play. They have crazy game types, lots of good honest Halo mayhem, and I feel like there is a lack of Halo mayhem inherent in the MCC. It also promotes people playing in teams of 3 for Halo Reach, which was a nice addition. Playlists that rely on prime rather than even numbers for team balancing provide totally different challenges. This should be a social, permanent playlist in my opinion. I really want to know what you guys think on this. So before I sign off, my main points here to reiterate are this. Ranked free-for-all for Halo 2 and 3 and Reach should come back. Invasion should be made into a social playlist, and Big Team Battle should have both social and ranked modes. Team Objective would provide the social mode a different community, as the sweaties would make it to the ranked mode, and the casuals could have fun doing silly things or practice crazy plays without fear of retribution to their rank or getting destroyed by a team of pre-mades in the ranked playlist. Multi-team must return to the game to provide players with more crazy, quintessential Halo Mayhem options. Okay, so if I've forgotten anything, you guys need to let me know, and I'll cover it in future topics. By the way, it's been fun having renewed inspiration for Halo, and I hope you guys would drop a rating, comment, and share this video if you agree. Thanks for stopping by. Stay safe in this pandemic. Kind regards, Roni.